America's transportation secretary and former real world reality star Sean Duffy is going viral over a clip from another reality TV show he has while being America's transportation secretary. In this clip, his daughter is talking about her decision to go to Harvard, and Sean Duffy does not like it.
So I'm nervous about the idea of Paloma going to Harvard. We spend a lot of time nurturing and providing formation for our kids, giving them an environment where they are steeped in faith and values. And so the idea of dropping her off at a place that would undermine that or try to undo all those things makes me worried.
And again, I don't want them to get one viewpoint. I want them to get a lot of different viewpoints. But I don't want them fed only one viewpoint that's contrary to the way my kids were raised.
Listen, I think my problem is we have thought about how we raised you and how hard we've worked to, I think, raise what is a remarkable young girl. If I send you there, I think what happens is they have professionalized figuring out how they can take good young girls like you and, I think, corrupt their minds. You don't have to believe what I believe. You don't have to have the political viewpoints that I have, but I do think it's important that you make those choices for yourself and you have a fair representation of what they are. And I don't think the Harvards of the world give you that kind of well-rounded picture.
But I went to an extremely conservative school in high school, and I'm part of an extremely conservative family. And that if I go to a liberal setting, that's a way more rounded education than if I go to a conservative high school and then go to a conservative college. That's just being kind of one-sided anyways.
But they're so good at it. You'll see young people go to a conservative school with a conservative family, and they get perverted and contorted.
Paloma's look at the end there said it all. Sean Duffy, Dad, you're full of shit. Like, Paloma's already gone. And it's really hilarious watching Sean Duffy think that he still is able to like shape her mind and shape her decisions. I mean, look at her face. I bet Paloma doesn't even call him dad anymore. They're on a first name basis, like Bart Simpson and Homer. It's like, all right, Sean. Like dude, I watched you on The Real World. I know how you behave. Let's not pretend like you're holier than thou. But that's exactly what's happening, right? Sean Duffy has to perform like he is this, moral hero. And he's doing that for his social circle, right? His friends at the church, and Donald Trump, his boss, who wants the people who work for him to pretend like they have the moral high ground when they don't at all. Now, I'm kind of two different camps here. Like, should we be worried about Paloma or shouldn't we? Because on one hand, that look spoke a million words. And it says that she's going to be fine. She is not buying in to Sean Duffy's gaslighting and his controlling nature. But on the other hand, you've got Sean Duffy, who wants to control her, wants to control the women in his life. And so he's going to double down and make life harder for Paloma. I also thought just the way the imagery of that scene spoke to their relationship, seated 10 feet apart from one another, and both very, very cold, not warm or like familial at all. There was no love in that scene. And that just speaks to how families evolve when you have parents who are just completely delusional, ignorant, controlling monsters like Sean Duffy and his wife. It's also really interesting that over the past 4 or 5 days since Senator John Ossoff made the comment about Donald Trump traveling with Natalie Harp instead of doing his job, the Republican and MAGA reaction to those comments has been, oh, how dare you go after this defenseless 35-year-old woman who's a White House staffer and Donald Trump aide, former uh, reporter, I guess if you want to call her that, but a right wing propagandist on OAN or Newsmax, one of those networks, a woman who clearly has a voice and knows how to use it. But their whole attack on John Ossoff has been, how dare you go after this defenseless woman when she's not defenseless at all? But then you have Sean Duffy e- exposing his like 17, 18-year-old daughter on this reality TV show that, again, he's doing while he's the transportation secretary. So where's the argument there that Paloma is just this defenseless girl? Why are you using her to posture as some moral and Christian warrior? It's just, it's so disgusting. Now, the mom in all of this has been an ignorant bigot forever. Like, there's no changing that woman. Let's watch her react to one of her real world housemates, because she was also on the real world too. One of her housemates who had AIDS, a gay man. Watch how she behaves.
Religion is important to me. I mean, besides the fact that I really believe in God, I also believe that the traditions that the church upholds is really like the glue to keeping families like mine together. I mean, I know for sure that when I get married, I'm raising my kids Catholic.
Christ have mercy.
I think out of everybody, the only two people that I have friction with is Rachel and Puck. For Rachel, her religion tells her I am evil because I am gay. If that's where she's coming from, then there's a barrier there, because we are never going to be able to sit at the same table. I think like the first night, I told everybody that I was HIV positive, and I showed everybody my scrapbook.
Oh, that's amazing. You are just posted everywhere.
Instead of trying to get information, all it was this total PC, la-di-da-di, kumbaya, how wonderful you are that you speak, and like nothing relevant was discussed.
She just got up and left, and that I took that as a sign of rejection.
Some people may say, oh, that's ignorant. We all know, HIV can't be trans. But you know what? I don't know. I've never lived with anybody with HIV.
I guess we're gonna agree to disagree.
Once a bigot, always a bigot. Once a controlling sociopathic father, always a controlling sociopathic father. And once a daughter who realizes that her parents are full of shit, always a daughter who realizes her parents are full of shit.